Ladies, gentlemen, kids, goats and penguins, welcome to week 3 of the Chicago Bocce League. Live from the Chicago Bocce Club in Westtown, Chicago. I'm Mike Sheldon.
I'm Jesse Morris.
Jesse Morris with me tonight. We've got a banger of a matchup, Jesse. The Park Ridge Penguins versus the Bucktown Billy Goats. Many of the biggest names in ABC, the American Bocce Company. Let's take a look at our match preview. Co-founder of ABC, co-owner of the Chicago Bocce Club, Mr. Alex Guerra, captaining the team for the Bucktown Billy Goats, along with his right-hand Mandy. I started saying Andy. Mr. Andy Zimmerman. Also for the Bucktown Billy Goats, from left to right there, we got Billy Stripik, Milan Tomic, Alex, Andy, Mario Dato, and Keith Young, currently sitting in second place in the South Division. The entire South Division is separated by 0 points. That's the Bucktown Billy Goats, the Beverly Jacks, and the Fulton Market Butchers. All 3 teams have 2 points in the standings. The only difference is point differential, I believe. Actually, I think the Butchers have yet to win a match, but they've still recorded 2 points. And on the other side of the court, your Park Ridge Penguins, from left to right, we got Dave Crone, Bridget Reedy, Vanessa Garippo, Sean Crone, Chris Prokop, and Mickey Narowski, currently sitting in third place in the North Division. Their first franchise match victory last week against the Fulton Market Butchers.
It was a great match.
It was a great match. Went 3 games, and they were able to notch their first match victory. Billy Goats looking to recover from what was a disappointing match last week, to say the least. You know, it didn't feel that the score, they got swept by the Elmwood Park Eagles, 12-2, 12-2. It didn't feel that lopsided.
It really didn't. So many of the frames were a weird Polino bounce there, just came down to the last ball. It did not feel 12-2, 12-2.
But the score don't lie. The Billy Goats were only able to muster 3 frame wins in that entire match. 2 frame wins in the first game, 1 frame win in the second game. And there's no real major. There were a couple. So we talked to Alex and Andy and Billy over the last few days. A few miscommunications they felt, but like strange miscommunications, especially for them guys who've been playing together for so long. There were a couple shots where they said that the shot clock affected them.
Yeah, I think that there was one in particular that came to mind, but there were still timeouts on the thing. Just miscommunication. Maybe a little bit of pressure in the moment causing those miscommunications again for people who've played together for so long. You wouldn't expect to hear those miscommunications.
But we did notably see Billy Stripik pull out his stick Rafa.
We did, and I think we're going to see more of that tonight.
We hope so. Let's take a look at our match 1 starting lineups. Changes on both sides of the court for both teams. For the Park Ridge Penguins, first career start for Mickey Narowski.
He's excited. I had a very quick conversation with him earlier, and he said he's ready to put on a show. So I'm ready for that.
Mickey, the long and lanky shooter out of, probably he's from Park Ridge, right?
I think he's from just outside, Lake of the Hills maybe, just outside.
We got it here somewhere.
It's in there.
We'll find it.
It's
we'll
right
find
there.
It in our notes. Again, starting on the single side, she said she was under the weather last week and only played in the first game, I believe. I don't think she ever returned once she was taken out. But back in there, slotted in, starting it on the single side for the Park Ridge Penguins, Vanessa Garippo. She says she's feeling 85% today, which is great to hear. On the right track. And Mr. Reliable, Dave Crone, starting at doubles pointer. The Penguins had a couple of great singles performances after Vanessa left the match from Sean Crone and Bridget Reedy.
Absolutely. It was a blast to watch them. I think they both kind of, well, at least Sean specifically struggled a little bit during on the double side, but really shined on the singles. It's good to see.
And how about this lineup change for the Bucktown Billy Goats? Andy Zimmerman joining his pal Alex Guerra on the double side, and Billy Stripik slotted in at singles for the first time in his career, starting at singles.
Yeah, Andy and Alex that's a deadly duo right there. They have so much experience playing together, and Billy making his singles debut. It's gonna look good. I'm excited for it.
Well, we've got Alicia Harvey, our host here, prepping the crowd. They're starting to trickle in. The bleachers are about halfway full here. Keys to the game. I mean, it's going to be the lineup change. Billy versus Vanessa. I'm curious to see. I think Billy's going to continue to pull out his stick shot when the opportunity presents itself. I think Vanessa's probably going to have to point long against them. And or she points short and she challenges Billy to stick multiple balls.
I would be good with either of those. I think we'll see more longer Polinos. I think Vanessa's sweet spot is a longer point to begin with, so might as well play her own game, and I'm assuming that will help make it a little bit harder for Billy to shoot and to keep balls stuck around.
And on the opposite side of the court, kind of a similar situation. Billy Goats are Alex with hoping to get Paulino control from Billy and force our monitor just going.
We just lost our monitor. That's okay.
We'll figure it out. Hoping to force Mickey to have to make some. There we go. We're back. Hoping to force Mickey to put the pressure on Mickey. I think that's going to be the key early. The Billy Goats hope to jump out to an early lead. Mickey,
yes.
Under a lot of pressure here with his first career start, and I know he's looking to put on a show, but a lot easier said than done. Alex Guerra, those first points are going to be critical. Like I said, putting the pressure on the rookie shooter for the Park Ridge Penguins.
Yep, absolutely. I think you're absolutely right that's going to be a very quick, that's the game plan, is big frames early, get those points early, and put the pressure on. I think that's going to be Vanessa's plan too. So
let's take a quick look at our standings. Shout out producer John Drawn back in the booth. Glad to have you back, John. There you can see it. The North Division, last place in the North Division, Park Ridge Penguins have more points than anybody in the South Division. This is another interdivisional matchup. Billy Goats looking to put the South Division back in contention. Like contention. They're not really contending. They kind of are. So the way that it works is top 2 overall seeds get a bye in the playoffs. Every team makes the playoffs. Top 2 overall. It's not the division winners. It's the top 2 overall seeds that get a bye at the end of the season.
Sounds good.
Boom. Let's take a quick look, John, at our CBL universe. See the neighborhoods that these teams are representing. Bucktown Billy Goats out of the South Division, not a ton further south relative to the Park Ridge Penguins, but very close to where we're playing here at the Chicago Bocce Club. Both these teams, if there are home teams in this league, these are probably the 2 home teams by virtue of you got Bridget, works for ABC, works for CBC, and then, of course, Alex and Andy. Those 3 are here literally every day. Yes.
And also just the players themselves. Every single player in these 2 teams has played for an American Bocce tournament, like played for ABC as a tournament, or played in leagues. Everybody here has ABC affiliation, which is, I do expect it to get a little rowdy, but we'll see.
Well, let's send it down to our feature court for the first Paulino of the match. Vanessa Garippo versus Billy Stripik. Billy Goats win the toss. Thank you, everybody, for joining us in the chat as we creep up past 120 devices. Love to see all the familiar names. Billy Stripik, ball number 1. And there he is, courtside, the Billy Goat himself. This ball is
a little long. It's a little long.
It's Lake Michigan.
There's some nerves, I would assume, at play here, but
Billy,
I don't expect another.
No, that ball is not going to bother Billy in the slightest.
No, I don't think so.
Vanessa Garippo about 3.5 feet or so. Billy looks to make a correction here. Look at those lime green shoes.
I know he's been sporting those past couple of games, past couple of matches.
Good correction. He's got the point. Ball's up front, covers the line. Vanessa's going to try and point around it on the wall side, I would imagine. Oh, never got to the wall. I don't know if her intention was to come from the left.
Plenty of room there. I think maybe just didn't quite get there. I assume she will be doing that again.
The advantage of the wall side over pointing on the outside is that she has an opportunity to tuck her ball behind Billy's and now behind her own front ball. She makes 2. She's only got 1 ball left, though. Billy's got an interesting decision to make. He has her front point in the Paulino. We can hear Alex Guerra suggesting that he uses the wall. First time seeing these Bucktown Billy Goat away jerseys. I love them.
They look nice. They look nice. Might be a little early there.
He's going to at least take 1 away. And now that ball's fairly well hidden. I imagine he tries the same thing. He could bump for 2. Yeah, Alex is calling for a firm roll on Vanessa's ball.
I like that call. It's a little bit, puts you a little bit more in control of the outcome as opposed to a shot. I don't know if that's going to be enough. It's close. Good ball, though. It's in the way for, she's got to go from the outside now.
Let us know where you're all tuning in. Hi, Dad. Waikiki, nice. My parents are in Hawaii.
Your parents are in Hawaii?
We got Jen Hardy. We got Kevin Clark. We got the Californians complaining already.
Look how happy people are to see us both in the booth. Everyone's so thrilled. We did that for you, folks.
First point of the match goes to the Park Ridge Penguins, and the drought continues thus far for the Bucktown Billy Goats. Only 3 frames in the last 2+ games so far. Very early in this one. Shout out to Bocce Labs. We now have the frame counter on the top left of your scoreboard.
That's a nice addition. I like that.
Opening ball from Dave Crone is about 3-4 feet.
He didn't like that.
Slow start for both teams.
These are the 6 players who know when it's time to settle in. I think there's a lot of familiarity on the court, a lot of goofball energy happening out there. You can see it. Everyone's kind of in smiles. Nobody's looking in serious mode yet. I think after frame 2, we'll see a little bit more calm down.
Ball number 3 for the Billy Goats. 2-ball advantage here for the Penguins. And I think we're going to see Mickey Dorowski's first shot of his career.
Ooh, he's ready.
Big 2-3 for the Park Ridge Penguins. Sticks it! Mickey Dorowski sticking around. 2 points. That's the best ball on the court right now. That'll get a waddle out of the bench.
What a statement. First career, I guess it's not the first career ball, but first shot as a starter. That's pretty dang good.
You're right. I do keep thinking first career shots. It's first shot as a starter.
He has played.
We got Kansas City in the chat. Seabrook, the Pacific Northwest, Grand Rapids, Southern Illinois. Shout out Murfreesboro, Heron. Shot number 2 of the match for Narowski is not going to work out as well as the first one, but the Penguins are set up really nicely. Dave Crone can raffle this ball for 3 points if he wants to.
Looks like Vanessa's calling for a point, but you can see, you saw Dave just there say, why not go for the rafa? Why not go for the shot?
I mean, let's take a look at our Bocce Labs interface. I don't know if Dave has attempted a shot yet this season.
I don't think he has, and he hasn't, and he's not going to. At least not right now.
I can't confirm. 0 shots so far this season for Dave Crone.
It's a good point. Oh.
Kevin calls no. Our officials on the court for this match, Kevin Keating and Patrick Gersmeyer.
I think when the downside of that is giving up 1, you might as well go for the shot that gives you 4.
Troy, New York in the chat. Shout out 518. Shout out to everybody watching back in Troy. My first home club.
It's a great club.
Right across the Hudson River from Albany. Yeah, you've been there.
Had a blast out there.
4 Stone Dust Hard True courts there indoors.
There we go.
Shout out Tony Maiello, Mario Talone, Tony Roselli, Fiore Sheldon, Mario Lombardi, John Mastroianni, my dad, Steve Filippone, everybody else who represents that club proudly. Defending champs, Jesse, of the first and only New York State Club Championship.
Is
proudly
you and
Troy ICC.
Troy ICC. That was the team. You,
Fiore,
yeah.
and Tony Maiello at 89 years old. Billy Stripic. Sotomano. Clean hit.
Clean hit.
Actually, not a clean hit. Sorry, but hits his target. That's a great shot. Opens things up for Vanessa. She has ball advantage. She can just beat this point 3 more times. Should be simple enough for her. Billy's got a decision to make. 2 balls left. Sotomano's stick shot, I mean, he could, especially with the proximity to the board and the angle that he has here, there is a good chance at him sticking around and making the point. Oh, he's going Paulino?
I don't think he was going Paulino. I think that was a miss. He wouldn't have gone underhand or overhand. I got to get that better. So Sotomano, if he was going Paulino.
We got San Luis Obispo, Florida, Boise. Sneakers in the chat. What's up, Mechanicville? Pete Williamson. Seneca Falls, Billy Barnett. I'll see you tomorrow. Chris Newman, I would love to come down to here. I've never been there. Thank you all for tuning in. Baltimore, love to see it. Yes, we will be live this weekend from the Ponte Landolfo Club in Waterbury, Connecticut for the Ponte Landolfo High Stakes Doubles Tournament. That'll be Saturday and Sunday as Vanessa, again, she can shoot for 2 if she wants. Don't expect to see it. She did kind of cover her line with that ball.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen her shoot that with her second or with her third ball. If she was going to shoot.
Last ball of the frame, 1 point sitting there for the Park Ridge Penguins. And
well, there's just going to be 1 there.
2 balls back, just 1 point, but Vanessa so far 2 for 2 for the Penguins. After the match, you can catch your Park Ridge Penguins at J&M Tap on North Levitt Street, Chicago, Illinois. Shout out to all those watching at the bar. Shout out Murph, Mark. I'll be there in a little bit to show you guys how to play pool. I definitely have a losing record at J&M. I'll say that. A lot of good pool players there. Murph, put a bush light on ice for me, please. And I'm not taking a shot of Fournette tonight because I got to get on a plane in the morning. Andy Zimmerman, he's got a big target off the wall there. Took the opportunity. Looks like Penguins hang up for the point. Opportunity here for Alex to put some pressure on the rookie shooter.
I think they're going to elect a point here.
Yeah, with Dave Crone, I mean, Danny Catullo, commissioner, shout out, of the Ohio Bocce League, talks about this a lot. You don't want to leave bullets in your gun, right? Dave Crone's points are bullets. You're not going to have him shoot. So if there's a 50-50 ball, or this is probably a little more than 50-50 favoring pointing, you're definitely going to have Dave Crone point that ball.
Bummed to see him miss that there. Just a little long. See what Mickey comes up with.
Yeah, struggling a little bit to start off the game. Dave Crone 0 for 3 so far. Or I'm sorry, 1 for 4 now. His first ball in this frame being a good point. Mickey Narowski says, I'm not just the shooter, Jesse.
He says, I'll do it. I got it.
Way to pick up his teammate.
Signs of a good teammate right there.
Andy Zimmerman had a double target again there. That ball will be removed from play. That's a great break for the Bucktown Billy Goats. Great shot, great break. He had the double target there. Paulino was an option all day, especially with their ball being in the back right, or covering the back right. And now, Penguins have a decision to make. He could take a double target on something and shoot. Looks like Mickey's just going to point. This is a high-pressure roll. Billy Goats only have 1 ball left, so it won't be a huge frame if he burns it. A solid bump. It's going to work out pretty well in their favor.
That's a good bump.
It's a very safe roll from Alex. Alex is the roller. We expect him to roll this ball, get a rep in on the back wall.
A lot to hit there, especially with not being 100% familiar with the curves of the court. See if he can sneak one through without hitting that.
Not quite. It's a very safe point, though. He would have to hit that really hard.
Yes, I don't think
perfectly.
I don't think it was sellable, but it definitely impacted getting more points there.
Thank you to the Billy Goat Tavern for sponsoring your Bucktown Billy Goats. It all began in 1934 when Billy Goat Cyanis founded his tavern. It immediately became a favorite home of Chicago journalists who helped the legend continue to grow. From the infamous curse on the Cubs to the classic SNL skit, Cheeseburger, 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 The tradition lives on. Butt in anytime and catch CBL matches live at the Billy Goat Tavern all season long. 8 locations throughout the city and the suburbs. BillyGoatTavern.com. Billy Stripik.
Now 5 for 7 on these points.
Vanessa's first shot of the match. Huge target. Catches the ball solid. She had either or there. Her ball hangs up nicely for her. And she may, let's see where Billy puts this ball. She may have a chance to shoot for a big frame, even though she doesn't shoot a stick shot.
No, she doesn't, but hitting that ball at square, she does. It does leave her the opportunity for a big frame there.
Yeah, Billy's ball, he's going to want that one back. Leaves the line wide open for Vanessa. She's got over 2 feet. Should be, I mean, you can mark this one good already. This is a ball Vanessa rolls in her sleeve. And that's that classic Vanessa Garippo. If she is indicating that there might be something wrong with her ball, it's probably a perfect ball.
Almost certainly.
Billy's going to be looking for a stick here. Ball advantage, Penguins. Unless he's going Paulino again. No. Billy Stripik. Clean. 2 balls to 1 for Vanessa. She'll have to beat it again. What Vanessa doesn't want to do here is give Billy a double target on Paulino. Although she does have points 2 and 3 right now. This is sneaks out just enough. Billy's got a window. He'll probably just point and hope to lay on this ball. The perfect ball here is right on the inside of Vanessa's ball. This ball's going to cover the line, but it leaves quite a bit of room for Vanessa. She'll come cross court, and we might see our first crooked number of the match. Jimmy P in the chat. Erie, PA. What's going on, Erie? Vanessa, another missed opportunity at a big frame, but another frame win for Vanessa.
Just seeing a lot of short misses where there's just really, there's no downside to being long. Go for the miss long. Give yourself the chance. We're seeing that from both teams right now, from the pointers. I think if we could be sitting at 6-3 right now, 6-4, if those points were not short.
You tell me.
Well, it's 6-4, I think.
Crowd here at the Chicago Bocce Club filling out nicely. We've got a good solid 75 people here on a foggy, we'll call it foggy Thursday night. Been a real foggy. I read on the news that a plane crashed in the fog out in the western suburbs last night.
That news had not gotten to me.
Moment of silence. Alex Guerra, great ball, bit of a teaser. Kind of. I'm surprised the Penguins aren't pointing on this ball again. Dave Crone, you got the bullet back there. His open ball is not great. Mickey Narowski, another stick. The Penguins coming into this match shooting 48% on the season, looking for an answer. They slot Mickey Narowski in to start, and so far, 2 for 3 with 2 sticks.
Michael, I've played enough bocce as your teammate to know that when your shooter's itching to shoot, you let him shoot. Mickey wanted that ball. He wanted that shot.
A little bit more room here for Dave. Not the easiest line to find. And there you see his ball falling towards the wall. Speed was long too, and the Penguins, or the Billy Goats rather, ball advantage. They're going to have 2 balls. This game They've alternated frames so far this game. Mickey Narowski showing you why he deserved to start tonight. I mean, he's been the best player on the court so far.
Absolutely. What do we got? 3 for 4 on points and 3 for
I believe he's
4 on shots.
I think he's 2 for 3 on each, but
Leh.
just the situationally. Andy Zimmerman with another Paulino shot and gets a terrible break off the back wall. The Penguins are sitting 4. That is a very rare break on these courts. That just skipped up and hit the solid part of the rubber with the aluminum stud behind it. That Paulino came back 20 feet.
That is the absolute most action I have seen off these back walls.
By a factor of 4, yeah.
Unreal. Oh, it's got to get there.
The Penguins, 2 balls back for the Bucktown Billy Goats, and the Penguins are going to waddle their way into a casino.
Oh, man.
7-2.
That is a heck of an outcome with 2 balls back.
Folks, keep in mind, at the conclusion of the match tonight, you'll be able to vote for your player of the match on ChicagoBocceLeague.com. So far.
Right now it's Mickey.
It's Mickey. And that back wall is the player of the match for the Parkridge Penguins. Vanessa Garippo keeping the pressure on. Huge target for Billy Stripic. This will be a stick shot. Let's see Billy change colors. It's a big miss for the Billy Goats.
Yeah.
Ball advantage back to the Parkridge Penguins. Billy will shoot this again. He'll favor the right side of Paulino this time. He would love to have Paulino clean to the backboard. Going to hope to leave his ball near the Paulino on the backboard. Oh, and that's a balk. You don't see that very often. That's the first we've ever seen. I mean, that might be the first I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I don't know if he just slipped or.
Can he recover that? I mean, that's.
Yeah, it's tough to see. I think I heard him earlier, kind of warming up, missed a shot, and just saying, slow down. I think we're rushing a little. That's not what you want to see from Billy here.
Well, he's trying to make up for lost ground here. His team giving up a fairly unlucky 4 spot. I mean, their last ball really allowed it to happen, but.
That's a great point. Really good recovery there after two missed shots. Good covers there.
Oh, he's in a tough spot. He's only going to end up with 2 balls on the court at the end of this frame. If he puts another one close, I mean, if he gives Vanessa a target on both of his own balls, she could clear them both for 4. This ball, I'll tell you what, this is not the worst ball.
It's not.
Vanessa should shoot his closest ball first. Some schools are thinking where you would shoot the front ball first, but with the closest ball being so close to Paulino, she'll shoot the close ball first. Vanessa Garippo gives it a lick. Shout out to Connecticut.
Oh,
just a lick on the left side.
My goodness.
She'll point these next 2 balls, and this is looking like a 10-2 game. And again, the Billy Goats just in such a deep hole. They haven't, obviously, Billy's had a bad frame here, but the other 3 frames on this side of the court have been, there have been 1-point frames. They've been back and forth. He's been in it every time.
Yep, absolutely.
And this is, Tiger Woods, right? That was Roger Federer, rather. Greatest in the world for how many years? And he won 55% of his points. Right? The Bucktown Billy Goats, they're maybe like 5%. They're not getting dominated, right? They're throwing 5-10% fewer good balls than the Penguins, but it's just it's compiling very quickly.
Yep. Looks like we've got a substitution on the game.
Milan Tomic. Into the game for the Bucktown Billy Goats, posting a +1 or -1 plus-minus for the season so far. He has thrown 11 balls. Number 13 for the Billy Goats. Dave Crone is not going to love that opening point, but he's not going to hate it either. Couple feet for Alex Guerra, wide open line. Chance to put the pressure on the young shooter again. That's a real nice position. Gives that ball's on an island. Smaller target for Mickey. Paulino could fly. Expect Mickey to stick with his Sotomano shot. If he sticks this and Paulino flies to the backboard, Billy Goats could be looking at a big frame. Clean again, and another stick from Mickey Narowski.
When he said he was going to put on a show, he was not messing around. I'm thoroughly entertained. What about you, Mikey?
Mickey, living up to the moment. Alex Guerra puts the pressure right back on. Again, pretty good chance of Paulino moving. Mickey should shoot this. I think he should take another step to his right, give himself a better chance of hitting this ball clean. But it is possible. There goes Paulino. And it looks like the Penguins are going to hang up with the point. Kevin Keating calling for assistance from his fellow official, Patrick Gersmeyer.
It looks one, maybe two Penguins here.
Well, as we creep up towards 200 devices here, we appreciate all you folks tuning in on this beautiful evening for bocce here at the Chicago Bocce Club. If you're not subscribed to the Bocce Broadcast Network, please subscribe. Please hit that like button for us on today's broadcast, and you can hit the notification bell to be notified when we go live. Milan Tomic, first ball of the match. It's a point, probably about 5 feet. After tonight's matches, we will be back on Saturday at 10:30 Central for our other Week 3 matches. That'll be a rematch in the early match. Highwood Stallions versus the Elmwood Park Eagles. That's first place in the North Division versus second place in the North Division. Already in Week 3, a big matchup. And following that, we will have the Beverly Jacks and the Fulton Market Butchers. A chance to turn the tide there for the Bucktown Billy Goats, and Milan with 5-foot point and 5-inch miss. Tough to come into the game cold. A look at your reigning player of the match winners on the court right now for the Park Ridge Penguins. Mr. Dave Crone with 19 good balls, leading the Penguins to their first match victory in Week 2. Tim Tillari for the Highwood Stallions, and Mr. Frank DeLuca on his 81st birthday, player of the match.
What a joy it was to broadcast that game. Fun to watch, fun to see Frank do his thing. We've got another substitution in. I think we got Andy in for Billy. Vanessa's first points are killing them right now.
Putting the pressure on. Andy Z, fresh off the bench. missed to the left. That's Vanessa putting that ball on an island. And ball advantage again, back to the Penguins. The crowd has fallen silent. The Billy Goats fans are looking for something from their team, looking for an excuse to celebrate. They haven't had many. Billy Goats need to slow this game down somehow. So far, yet to use a timeout. Both teams yet to use a timeout.
Just hit the wall a little early on that. Obviously, not the point they needed right there.
We got Utah in the chat. Shout out the Utes, as my great uncles would say. Bo Wetzel, all-star referee from Ohio.
I think we're about to.
Very most popular bocce referee in France for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out the French. Donnie, Twitch streamer.
Vanessa about to be rolling for a game. She's now 9 for 16 on points. Going to see that 10 for 17 here to close out the game.
Brick squad. For the game, Vanessa Garippo. Do the Bucktown Billy Goats fall 12-2 3 games in a row? They do. 5 frames in 3 games for the Bucktown Billy Goats. And, I mean,
just, I don't know. Someone's got to give. I don't know if this is just a case of hometown jitters. They're, I don't know.
Well, look at your stats presented by Bocce Labs. Shout out Dave Hoffman, Tony D'Onofrio, Milan Tomic, and somebody else is on that email, but I'll have to memorize that this week. Apologize. BocceLabs.com, presented by Airfare Butler. Park Ridge Penguins sticking with their starting lineup through the entirety of that game, and why not? Not a lot of big frames, but 7 of 9 frames go to the Park Ridge Penguins again. Only 2 frames that game for the Bucktown Billy Goats. What do we need to see here from the Billy Goats, Jesse?
This is what I said last week too, is we're about to get another rousing Alex pep talk. I don't know what it's going to be, but there has to be some sort of conversation, maybe some sort of other lineup differences, but the vibes are not there right now. Or it might just be a case of buckle down, do your job, let's go.
I expect Andy. I think they revert to their week 1, week 2 starting lineups. I think Andy plays singles rather, and Billy comes in as shooter on the double side. I think you got to pick a lineup and stick with it, and let these guys. They've yet to get into a rhythm. Unable to shoot themselves into a rhythm.
For sure.
Alex pointing well enough. Just no rhythm really out of the other players.
Yeah, there's haven't been a lot of confidence building moments for the Billy Goats yet. Match 1 looked great. They went 2-1 on games, and all of them close games. Andy with the game winner both times. A lot of good confidence came into week 2. I think feeling good, but just not being able to get into it. And now here we are, week 3, match 3. And yeah.
Something's got to give. The Billy Goats they're a great team.
They're a great team. They're a great team.
It literally has me scratching my head.
Yeah, I think we will see a reverting back to week 1 here lineup for the Billy Goats.
I expect so. And what I would like to see out of the Billy Goats is favoring having the pointers point and having the shooters shoot, especially on the double side. 50-50 balls. Let Billy shoot. Let Billy shoot himself into a rhythm. Alex is going to have plenty of opportunities to point.
Sure. Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
And for the Penguins, how about their performance out of the gate from Mickey Narowski?
You love to see it. What a joy. He wanted that. He wanted that bad, and he put on a show, and I expect to see that lineup stay the same. I heard Sean earlier itching to get into the game, so we'll see.
Sean Crone played very well on the single side last week for the Penguins against the Butchers, but Vanessa Garippo did not lose a frame that game.
Nope.
Didn't drop a single frame on her side of the court.
No.
Do the Penguins go for the throat here, or do they take the opportunity to get one of their less experienced players into the lineup? I think that we've seen a lot more substitutions this early in the season than we should be seeing.
I think most teams got into we're going to give everyone as many opportunities to get into the swing of things as we can. So winning in 2 isn't necessarily while it is a benefit to the points that you're scoring for the standings, it's not necessarily a benefit to your team. Right? Nobody's played on these courts.
Yeah, but it's triples. It's a triples format. When you get into the playoffs, it's still going to be triples format. You're going to have your top 3 players play in the playoffs. Sure, you get, this is season 1, right? There's a reason why we chose triples in Chicago. We want to highlight the top 3 players on each team. Let the top 3 players play their game. There's plenty of practices and scrimmages. This is my opinion. There's plenty of practices and scrimmages to get the bench players and the practice squad players up to get them developed to the point where they can come onto our feature court under the bright lights in front of all the fans, in front of the thousands of fans watching from around the world, and they can be confident and perform. I think for the most part, when we look at most of these benches and most of these practice players, they're just not there yet. And that's fine. That's a reality that we expect. A lot of these players never had access to a full court facility, much less a professional synthetic court facility. These players are coming from bar leagues, and they have an incredible dedication to the game, and their talent level is going to skyrocket over the course of this season and over the course of the next year or 2. But the reality is, for a lot of these players right now, they're probably not ready. And I don't know if it's good for their development to throw them to the wolves like that. Major League Baseball, the top prospects in baseball, they don't bring them right up to the Major League level and have them just kind of get used to it and figure it out. They work through everything in the minor league level.
Sure, but where's our minor league?
Well, when's your next practice time?
That's what I'm saying. But you can't recreate this. You can't recreate the cameras and the crowd and everything in practice.
No, you can't.
So why not give him a shot?
That's a lot to throw somebody into. That's what I'm saying.
I think there's very few people out here.
I think you're speaking as a practice squad player who wants to get their own shot. But
maybe.
I think objectively, there are some players who you're used to. You're an experienced tournament player. You practice at Highwood for years.
Yeah.
You've made deep runs in tournaments. You've played in high-pressure situations.
Yeah.
You might be a lot more prepared for it than some of these other bench players and practice squad players. That's my perspective. And it looks like, Jesse, we have a substitution, I think, on the single side of the court for the Bucktown Billy Goats. Keith Young into the game.
Coming in.
Let's send it down to our feature court for game number 2 of the match. Bucktown Billy Goats are going to need to figure something out here.
right, Keith Young. Good point there from Keith.
Yeah. Bit of a rusty ball, we'll call it, from Vanessa Garippo. I suspect that's Jeff Giegold in the chat, Mr. Outer Space Idiot. Jeff, are you just copy-pasting your messages?
He sure is. He's just repeating it time after time. I also thought that was Jeffrey.
Shout out our head referees in the CBL, Jeff Giegold and Peyton Bachholt. Ball number 3 for Vanessa is a good one, but took her a couple extra balls to get there. 2-ball advantage. Keith Young looking to force Vanessa to use her last ball of the frame. Paulino to the backboard. Beautiful shot. Keith Young. And he's got about a 4 or 5 foot point on the backboard. Vanessa probably picks a big target and shoots something here. She doesn't. I'm looking at the lay of the ball. She doesn't really have a big target besides ball and Paulino. She might have to point.
I think Andy giving Keith a foot here of how much room he's got.
Keith Young with about, he's got a good 10 feet. Vanessa left her ball well short of the opposite pointing line.
Good adjust there.
Is it?
I think so.
His speed was good. I don't know if the line is good enough. He passed up her ball.
I'm not sure if it's in the right spot, though. Long measure.
We got 180 devices. Thousands of people watching from around the world every week. We got the Ohio Bocce League starting up on Monday. All of this is possible thanks to our sponsors. Montucky Cold Snacks. American-style cold snack lager is a light, effervescent, sessionable beer designed to be crisp, clean, and refreshing like a gurgling mountain stream. Montucky, coldsnacks.com. Thank you to Montucky.
It's a heck of a marketing right there. Ready for a Montucky. Somebody bring us a Montucky.
Got some questions in the chat. These courts are 75 feet long, 75 by 12 here. Beautiful brand new Coleoni courts poured this past August by Mr. Daniele Coleoni and crew. Flew over from Italy. Another peach for Mr. Crone. Big target for Milan. Looking to get back on track. He missed his first shot to the left. Misses another one to the left.
Looks like he's really just launching those down there and kind of losing the line on the way.
The Billy Goat's looking for an answer here, Jesse. I don't know if that answer... All right, your starters aren't performing, but at the same time, they're not getting a ton of frames to prove themselves. 9 frames in the last game. It's 4.5 frames on average per side. One side played The single side played 5 frames. I don't know. I kind of prefer. I think I prefer sticking with one of your starters shooting on the double side, but we'll see how it works out for the Billy Goats. 3 balls back this frame for the Penguins.
I don't know why we're not taking, why the immediate call is not shoot that Polino. Take one right now. And I assume that's what they're about to do, but.
First time out of the match for either team.
No shot. 3 balls back. Nice line at the Polino. I don't know. Even if you hit yours, you can go one more Polino and then point in.
That ball, if you're going to point that ball, I would imagine, I think it's got to be aggressive. I think you got to use a Rondina and either lay on your ball, even if you sell it, you still got 2 balls back. Mickey's been shooting fantastic. You have him shoot Polino, but
yeah.
Ideally, with that ball,
you could have had him take 2 shots at the Polino.
And this is it's a fairly fortunate break there for Mickey. That was kind of spray and pray shot.
A little, it seemed like it.
Dave's ball covered the line. I think he was trying to bump Dave's ball there. And he got a nice result. If the Billy Goats can finish this frame with just the tie game, they are not going to mind that too much. Uh-oh.
Oof. Woo-hoo.
2 times for the Park Ridge Penguins. Billy Goats.
That whole frame had me nervous.
Yeah. Well, see if Keith can keep the Billy Goats moving in the right direction. They have yet to score in their last three games. They have failed to score more than 2 points.
It's a good start then.
I think Jeff Giegold built a bot.
No, I think he's sitting at his own bocce league in the chat, waiting for prime opportunities. All right. A little bit long there. Still a good ball.
Wide open line for Keith Young. Keith pointing 1 for 3 so far, but frame win in frame 1. He did have about 10, 12 feet to point in his last 2 balls in the last frame and failed to do so with both of them. Or no, he did make one of them. So that's that. Should be 2 for 3, but it's all right. Or no, because the other ball was a shot. The ball that made the first point was a shot. Vanessa looking to maintain ball advantage. Out of the court. Not a great result for Vanessa. That hit could have worked out really nicely if that Paulino followed her ball down the court to the backboard. But one lucky fan will be taking home a shiny steel Paulino from the CBC.
She shoots so hard. She's so strong.
All right.
Ooh.
CBL trivia. Don't say the answer if you know it, Jesse. Who was the first team to score a point in the Chicago Bocce League?
Do you know, Michael? Do you know the answer?
Yes. we'll have the answer for you at the end of this frame. Keith Young, wide left. Ball advantage again for Vanessa. Keith's hoping to park a ball between Vanessa's ball and Paulino. Oh, he's going to shoot again. Got to be favoring Paulino. He does kind of have a double target. Left side or right side of Paulino rather will be what he's aiming at. Beautifully done, Keith Young. Right side of Paulino. Decent point on the backboard. Very useful ball with the proximity to the wall. Leaves Vanessa's ball up near 2/3 court. Maybe 3/4. Not a useful spot for her. She'll have to point. Ball number 2 for the Penguins. Not the easiest point to make, but she does have about 6 feet. This ball's good if it gets there. It's got to finish. Mickey likes it. Mr. Pants calls it good. Patrick Gersmeyer. Left his thighs at home today. You can't see him.
Love a camo joke. We got answers flying in on the chat.
The trivia question, folks, was who was the first team to score a point in the Chicago Bocce League? We'll have the answer for you at the end of this frame. 3 balls remaining. Sean Crone giving his teammate a line. Sean Crone, captain, designated captain this match for the Park Ridge Penguins. Inactive players, so in the Chicago Bocce League, being an inactive captain allows you to roam up and down the court as much as you'd like. Vanessa Garippo, what a point, what a line. Is that 2?
Looks like it.
Interesting decision coming here for the Bucktown Billy Goats. Does Keith take, my mind goes to a wall shot here.
And I do think that's exactly what Andy's saying to him right now, or I don't even know if he's saying for the wall shot, but even just point into that hard point, there's options.
Is that Papa Morris?
It's my dad. My dad's in the chat.
Papa Morris, shout out. We got James Salvaggio, Ohio MVP, Doug Hammond. Doug, can we get a joke in the chat, please? Family friendly, preferably.
My dad's in the chat. Keep
Yeah.
it clean.
Bucktown Billy Goats need 10 more points to force a game 3. Keith's got a touch, and he just does, but
just a little short.
Don't think it's going to be enough to take away either point. Still 2 for the Park Ridge Penguins. Vanessa Garippo, another chance for a big frame. She has failed to capitalize on a lot of these so far, though, this match. She just rolled this ball. Can she do it again? This ball cannot be short. She's got a lot to touch back there. Got to stay to the right of her ball on the left. She does, and it's short. It's short. You can't be short there. Her line was safe, but she left it probably about 4 feet short. There's your answer. Oh, to a different question. That's my bad. I loaded up the wrong graphic. I knew when John pulled up the question, I'm like, that's not the question.
No, we did that question on Saturday.
That was my mistake. Wrong file, folks.
Question.
Doug, can you help us out with a joke in the chat, please? Make everyone feel better. After my mistake. The answer to, well, we just burned 2 trivia questions in one there.
Yeah.
The answer to that original question was the Elmwood Park Eagles and Anthony LaBarbera. A lot of correct answers in the chat there. Laura Bodan in the chat. Nice to see your name there, Laura. Hope you're doing well down in Florida.
Going to Florida next week. Laura, how close are you to Miami? I'm going to come play some bocce with you.
Milan Tomic with his first hit of the game. That'll bring his number up to 1 for 3 so far this match. Alex Guerra, back wall point. looking to put the pressure on the Penguins, and he does it again. Alex Guerra coming through for his team. The Bucktown Billy Goats fans starting to wake up a little bit. Billy Goats just cannot get off of that number 2, though.
They really can't. I think this is what we needed, what they needed here. Just a little confidence boost, a little, just shake something up a little bit. Get into it.
Full court shot, Mickey Narowski. Going straight at it down the left wall. Not the easiest shot for a righty with that fence right there, and dozens of fans leaning over the wall. I don't know. I don't know if Mickey has the soft Rondina shot in his repertoire, but he also had a bigger target on the wall there than he did on the balls. There's probably about 1.5 feet, 2 feet on the wall where he can hit and still hit that point, whereas if he shoots it straight up, he's only got, 6 inches-ish. But we did just see his first Sopermano Raffo shooting that ball with underhand with topspin. Last ball of the frame for the Penguins. Mickey Narowski, little fortuitous bounce. And the Billy Goats do not have an easy decision here with only 2 balls left.
I mean, this is a little bit of what happened. Oh, they're taking the point.
They're going to drop 2 balls and take a point.
I don't hate it.
No, they get
off 2. Get the Polino back. Give Keith the Polino again. There's no time limit on these games. Get the point. Let's go.
At the conclusion of this match, folks, you can head to ChicagoBocceLeague.com to vote for player of the match. Let's see some nominees in the chat. Who do we got so far this match?
Vanessa,
great
Mickey.
pick. Mickey's
my guess right
seems
now.
like a shoe-in for nominee.
Yeah. I mean, right now I'm seeing Keith in there.
Could be. Keith only won 1 frame so far, though. Opening ball covers the line quite a bit. Vanessa's got room on either side. This is she has to decide which side she wants to go on here. I would imagine she tries the wall side. She can chip in off of Keith's ball. If she touches it on the left. A little bit of Rondina. This ball's
Just came off a little bit came off a little bit too much early there.
a little bit. Probably only has to go about 4 inches, 3-4 inches to be the point, depending on where. She can hit that ball solid. I think she's going to be able to cover. She can hit that ball solid and bump it in for point. I think she's going to be able to cover it with this ball that she's rolling, but that is a missed line. I'd like to see her shoot this ball from Keith now, force Keith to make a decision. She's just going to point again, and this is a big ball here. Otherwise, Keith Young 3 balls back with a chance for a big frame. He does also right now have a double target, and he's got a wide open Paulino. He's got a double target on Vanessa's ball and Paulino. That's just about perfect placement from Vanessa, but Keith has a whole lot of Paulino here cross court. Shooting the front ball first. Interesting. I would like to see him line this up so that he's got the right side of the front ball and Paulino, but he's just going straight at the front ball.
Ooh.
This is Andy. Looks like Andy's giving him a spot on the wall so that he does have a chance at hitting Paulino if he misses the ball, but I don't like this angle from Keith. Should be more angle so it comes off the wall more, because he really doesn't have a double target from this angle. And that is disastrous for the Bucktown Billy Goats. Vanessa Garippo looks like she's sitting 2 points, and she's going to have the final ball of the frame now. She was down 3 balls to 1.
I see a a perfect cover, a perfect Keith cover here.
Well, he's got to try and do the same thing that Vanessa did, which is place his ball on the inside of Vanessa's ball, between her ball and Paulino. At the very least, he's got to beat that second point. Does he beat the second point? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, he just barely does.
They called that one?
Covers the line really well here.
Did the ref call that one?
Ref only called it one. Doug Hammond, great joke in the chat. We appreciate it. Vanessa, no harm done. She had one, and she got one. Bit of a sloppy frame from the single side of the court there. Keith Young with an opportunity, and I think he just lined the shot up wrong. Hit it solid the second time. I think he just had it lined up wrong. Doug Hammond says, did you know the people from Dubai do not like the Flintstones, Jesse?
I did not know that.
But the people from Abu Dhabi do. Thank you, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
You got a smile out of executive producer John Drawn.
And a groan out of me. Yikes. I think on a lot of courts that would have come off the wall well, but these walls, you need more. You need more of an angle.
Look at this crowd here at the CBC. We love to see it. 100 people strong. We got we got costumes. We got blow-up mascots behind the benches. What an environment that the people at the Chicago Bocce Club have built. Shout out Alex Guerra, Andy Zimmerman, Alicia Harvey, Bridget Reedy. Incredible amount of work that goes into this place day to day. And it's paying off in real time. I talked to them. I asked Bridget after week one, because I know how much stress and how much work it has been to get this place to this point. And I asked her, I said, I hope you took a moment that first CBL Saturday to look around and just take a look at what you've created here and the environment paying off. And she said, she said, you're going to make me cry for a third time today. Really something beautiful here.
It really is. I can tell you the first time I walked into this building in 2017 for our annual Christmas party, I would not have, I don't think anyone had this in their sights.
It's incredible. Shout out to everybody taking the time to come out to the CBC and watch these professional bocce players in person. And we're not even open to the public yet. This is CBC members only and guests, limited guests. Just wait for the summer. We can pull those garage doors up. Something beautiful. Milan Tomic early on the wall.
All right, they're calling us.
They got a ball back. Sorry to interrupt you there. They got a ball in back. I don't think there's a world where the Penguins were going to shoot Paulino anyways, but they could have. The way that the balls are situated, I don't think they would have taken it. Oh no, because Milan's. That's a moot point. Doesn't matter. Sean Crone indicating a shot from Mickey on that closest Billy Goats ball, and the Billy Goats could again find themselves in a deep hole. Mickey Narowski, swing and a miss.
I like the call, though. It's aggressive. I like it.
All day, especially with how Mickey's been sticking. Sticky Mickey.
Sticky Mickey.
I mean, it's right in front of us. I don't know how it took a game and a half to say it.
I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry. Just issue a quick apology.
And a lineup change for the Bucktown Billy Goats, Andy Zimmerman, into the game on the singles side.
We've also got Billy Strippick warming up in the bullpen.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see a double switch here. Maybe Billy in to shoot on the double side. Milan Tomic 1 for 4 so far this match.
Yeah.
And Vanessa Garippo just not taking her foot off the gas for a second.
Nope. And we love to see it.
Sotomano stick shot. A little too far right on the ball to stick, but it's a good hit. Billy Goats are going to retain point and ball advantage. Vanessa respecting the stick shot of Andy Zimmerman, placing that Paulino deep on the court, and we're going to have a long measurement.
This is where I was talking about. You just saw the joking nature between Andy and Vanessa right there. This is just too much. A lot of friendship going on the courts right now. I don't know if just no one's gotten a chance to really settle in on game time seriousness. I'm not discounting anyone on that, to be so fair, but I think when you've got this environment and literally all your friends are here, that's hard to get into it. It's hard to get into I can't think of the word I want.
Well, it makes it hard to focus on each ball.
Yeah, it makes it hard to focus on each ball. I think it makes it not even necessarily hard to focus on each ball, but just to get into the killer mindset.
Second ball of the frame for the Billy Goats. That's about 15, 16 inches behind Paulino. Wide open line for Vanessa. She could be in a real good spot here if she's able to put a ball between Paulino and Andy's ball. Andy, numbers are not looking good so far this season. One stat that doesn't lie, that you can't argue with, is that plus minus. Minus 17 so far for Andy Zimmerman. After two-point stick shots to win the match in match 1, faltering over the course of the last 3 games.
Can we explain the plus minus for the folks at home?
Absolutely. So that number that you see on the right side of our player stats, that plus minus column, that indicates your point differential on frames that you play, frames that you are on the court for. So over the course of Vanessa's season so far, she has scored 1 more point than she has given up on her side of the court. Over the course of this match, you can see she has dominated with a plus 8 through a game and a half. Those live stats brought to you by Bocce Labs and Airfare Butler. Last ball coming for Andy. If he burns this ball, oh my goodness, Andy, why? I mean, it's a close game. I guess get Paulino back, put the pressure on the Penguin shooters who have really struggled so far this season, but I think there was a safe roll there, don't you think?
I don't know. That was a pretty good cover.
He had. It looked like from our vantage point, maybe things always look different on the court than they do on camera, but it looked like he had over a foot there, and it's not easy, but it's certainly possible. If anything, you come up short. You take a safe line, you come up short. The Billy Goats have really struggled to manufacture points. This is 3 balls this game so far that they dropped. The first 2, I think, made more sense than that one, but
I agree that the first 2 made more sense, but I do think Vanessa had a pretty good cover on that. So it wasn't an easy point.
No, it wasn't easy, but there was a safe way to approach that ball. You could have gotten another point out of that. And if you're going to burn the ball and take Paulino, your first pointer on the other side of the court's got to put the pressure on with the first ball. And Alex did not do that. He knows that. He knows that that's an important first ball for his team. Billy Strippick looking to raise that shooting percentage. Great shooter, one of the most dedicated players here. Billy Strippick just not performing up to his expectations so far this season. Expect that to turn around. Expect that to turn around for a lot of these players, Jesse.
Absolutely. I think if you go back at that and look at his form on that, just mechanically, that looked like a Billy Strippick shot. That looked like the shot you want to see out of Billy. And he hit it.
Two balls to two. Ball advantage for the Penguins. Alex lining up his shooter. Billy probably going to stick with this Soprano topspin Rafa for the rest of the game, I would imagine. Clean again. Still ball advantage for the Penguins, though. And that point ball for the Billy Goats is not doing a whole lot of work for him right now. But you got rid of Dave Crone's balls. Mickey's got a point. It's out in the open. This ball is about 55 feet down the court. Mickey has pointed very well to this point, and that's going to be another beautiful ball. Billy Goats have a decision to make. They do have a target on Paulino. And that ball is in back. Alex, we talked about rhythm, letting your pointers point, your shooters shoot. I like this call from the Billy Goats. Alex has a wide open line. It's a pressure ball, a chance to redeem himself. Does it stop in time? Kevin says no.
This is another moment where I would say, let's slow down for a second, because if they shoot that and got the combo shot on that, they could have 3. Immediately went for the point.
That's a wide open. That's a safe shot.
It's a safe shot.
It's a chance for your shooter to get back into shooting mode.
Yeah. It's not a guaranteed, but
you're absolutely right. It's a safe shot. You got a good chance.
I would have liked to at least think about it.
I agree. Only one timeout taken so far this match from both teams. Nick and Narowski, though, how about that? 2 beautiful points. The second one better than the first in terms of execution. It wasn't closer, but it was better.
Yes. 6 for 9. Oh, no, that's shooting. So sorry. 7 for 9 on pointing for Mickey.
Vanessa has been pedal to the metal on these first points. That one, that's a good ball. That's going to be really tough for Andy to beat 4 times. Looks like he's going to try and beat it once. If anything, he's got to keep this ball. He's got to leave himself a shot on Vanessa's ball, even if he doesn't beat this one. Billy Goats getting back into the territory where they really can't afford to just keep giving up 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. Like to see them get aggressive if they have a chance. Put themselves back into this game. Andy Zimmerman, does he hide it behind the front ball? Yes, he does. Vanessa's going to take that same line. If she touches her own ball, it's probably got to go about a foot, looks like. Maybe a little over a foot. This is just point speed. If you touch your own ball, you could make a point. If you miss it, you should make the point anyways.
I think it's going to be a good one based on Vanessa's. Ooh.
That was not point speed. That was a great line. That ball was way too hot. Ball advantage back to the Billy Goats. And Andy, we've seen him do it a number of times this season. He has a stick replace shot that he can pull out of his pocket. If he gets the chance, Andy could be real aggressive. This is another very well-placed defensive ball, a little offense-defense combo ball for Vanessa Garippo. She's got 1 ball left. Andy's going to hope to clean this one without touching his back point and maintain the hammer. Andy Zimmerman. Expect this. Ooh, he's going underhand. That's a big miss and possibly the luckiest break we've seen so far this season. That could be a game saver for the Bucktown Billy Goats. Andy misses this ball 8-10 inches to the left. I mean, he's got to be shooting the right side of Vanessa's ball. He hits the left side of his own ball, and he gets the best break in the world.
I think we've seen Andy on the opposite side of a lot of really bad breaks in the past 2 matches, so maybe he was due for...
Vanessa Garippo, how about it? Another lick on the Paulino, 73 feet down the court. Andy's got to shoot something here. I imagine you shoot point ball. Timeout from the Billy Goats.
Great use of a timeout there.
Appreciate all you folks sticking with us live here from the Chicago Bocce Club. Over 200 devices in the chat. Thousands of people watching from all around the world. Coming up at the conclusion of this match, you'll be able to vote for player of the match at ChicagoBocceLeague.com. We'll be back live Saturday at 10:30 Central, right here on the BBN from Chicago. And we will be live Saturday night from Connecticut. We'll be live Sunday all day from Connecticut, and then we'll be live Monday for the start of Season 2 of the Ohio Bocce League. Andy Zimmerman, nearly a perfect cut. Just barely misses that ball on the right. Great correction from his last miss, which was quite a bit to the left, but I mean, by an inch there, he misses making this an 8-7 game. Bridget Reedy into the game for the Park Ridge Penguins. Thank you to Chaos Brew Club, sponsor of the Bucktown Billy Goats, Chicago's home for passionate beer lovers and aspiring brewers. We're the only homebrew club in the city with a dedicated brewing facility offering pro-level equipment, fermentation rooms for ales and lagers, and expert guidance for all skill levels. Whether you want to brew your own creations, learn the craft, or simply enjoy great beer with great people, Chaos is where Chicago brews together. ChaosBrewClub.com. Bridget Reedy into the match and real close to Paulino. Big target for her boyfriend, Billy Strippick. Out of the court. Great hit, Billy. Don't throw your hands up, Billy. That's a great hit. Billy's a little frustrated there. Would love to have Paulino down on the back wall near his own ball, which if that stays in the court, it's probably just about where it ends up. But as they say in Chicago, Jesse, that's work.
That's work. We do say that here. That is work.
Speaking of Chaos Brew Club, we got the Billy Goat Pilsner flowing courtside over near that Montucky fan section. Now that ComEd finally showed up, they're only a month late to their appointment. That's all right. And they, for some reason, turned off these outlets back here by the booth, so we have to run an extension cord. But, hey, at least they showed up. Now we can move those bleachers into place under the beautiful smiles of that Montucky fan section mural.
Gorgeous.
Thank you, John. Courtesy of Mark Zimmerman and Mexico. Painted that whole thing, 2 guys, 3 days.
Unreal. Michael, I have a question. If you stats that are accrued during a frame that then gets reset, do those stats disappear? Do they exist? What happens?
Right now, they disappear. In the future, I think we will change that so that those stats, those balls are maintained because they're worth. Billy's hit was a good hit.
Yeah.
And, the point was a good point. It's not like, there's other sports where the stats don't count, like baseball. There's circumstances where stats get eliminated. Mickey Narowski, all the way down to court. He's a slender man, but don't call him Slender Man.
I've heard people say that about him before.
Ball number 3 for the Billy Goats. Peach. could work for the Penguins here. Mickey's going to want this one clean. Paulino's a gamble, but the Penguins might be sitting 2. Billy Dunlap on the sideline calls 1. Kevin calls 1 time. That is not the greatest break for the Penguins. This ball, Billy's got a wide open line. If he can put in a good ball, this is going to be a tough shot all the way down the court. The last ball of the frame belongs to Bridget Reedy. Is Billy going to force her to point, or to shoot rather? That's a break for Bridget. She's going to be able to point on this. She's got about 3 feet. Her first frame of the game. Can she get her season plus minus back to even? It's good if it gets there. What does Kevin call? Good. Parker. Need some water, Jesse. Park Ridge Penguins, 10-4. That's Dunkin' D's.
Do you think we can get Dunkin' to be the official coffee sponsor of BBN? We already have one.
Do we?
I don't know. Dunkin', if you're listening.
And we know you are.
BBN runs on Dunkin'.
Same spot again for the Paulino, Vanessa Garippo.
She doesn't love it. And, of course, that means it's a great ball.
Vanessa Garippo, 21 for 37 so far this match. It's a 57% clip. Andy Zimmerman does not have a double target. Oh, yes, he does. I stand corrected. Big miss for Andy. He's had a couple big misses to the left in the last few frames.
It's one of those moments where you lock that back in and say, I'm going to take that back to the lab and work through it.
Billy Goats, I mean, they need somebody to step up here. Somebody's got to step up big time. They've had their chances. I tell you what, Andy could be situated all right here. If he can sneak one around and hide one behind those front balls, force Vanessa to maybe shoot Rondina, maybe shoot off the wall. She's only had to shoot twice so far this match. She hit them both. Andy sneaks around and makes the point. It looks like, I believe so. Look at those thighs. Folks, 221 live devices, thousands of people watching from around the country, around the world. We appreciate you so much. If you're not subscribed to the BBN, please subscribe. Looking to pass up 5,000 subscribers soon. Please click the like button on today's broadcast, and as always, please share. Park Ridge Penguins need one more point for the match sweep. Bucktown Billy Goats, they've won 3 frames this game. That's the most frames they've won in 3 games, but not going to be enough. Vanessa makes the point. Last ball coming for the Billy Goats, and Vanessa's going to have a chance to win the game. 2 chances to win the game. Andy's got to hide one to save his team. This ball is gone.
Ooh.
Park Ridge Penguins, 12-2, 12-4. I think the Billy Goats, back to the lab for the Billy Goats. Something's got to give. They've got eight points in their last 4 games. No, that's not right. 10 points in their last 4 games.
Yeah. Not their... not what they're looking for.
To say the least. I'll look at your stats presented by Bocce Labs. That score will get corrected there. Of course, the score is not 13-4. This isn't ABC. You can only score 12. In Chicago, that's a training thing in Chicago that we would never see anywhere else. Not to harp on it. It's not a big deal at all. We'll get it switched, but just an interesting wrinkle in the game. In ABC leagues, you can score more than the score limit, basically.
You can score up to 15 points a game.
Park Ridge Penguins posting great shooting stats, their best shooting match of the season by a wide margin. 73%, 8 for 11, and not shooting very much, but shooting extremely effectively, whereas on the other side of the coin, Bucktown Billy Goats only 15 for 25. One of their worst shooting performances of their young season, and again, something's got to give for the Billy Goats. 4 really rough games in a row. And at a certain point, you know, the last week's matches felt more even. This week, it's just a lot more questions than answers for the Billy Goats. Who do you see here as we look at these stats presented by Bocce Labs? Who are we thinking about, Jesse, for Player of the Match nominees?
I think you're obviously looking at Mickey. You're looking at Vanessa. They both played both games all the way through, and they did their job. Not only did their job, they crushed their job. They played great. I think, I don't know, maybe Alex. I think Alex did a lot to keep the Billy Goats in the conversation when they were there. And then Keith actually had a pretty good performance on the single side.
Let's see your nominees in the chat. You'll be able to vote for Player of the Match coming up shortly here, once I get it all loaded up at ChicagoBocceLeague.com. All other types of info there. The league official merch store is available there at ChicagoBocceLeague.com. We're going to get a word from Mickey Narowski.
Perfect.
You don't got to go. We'll use the third headset. Come on over, Mickey.
Grab.
Talk to us. How you feeling?
I feel great, man. I'm just thankful for Sean for the start. I know I can do this, and I'm ready here to make a name for myself.
What was going through your head as you get ready to roll the first couple balls of your first start of your career?
I block everything out. Like, I literally don't see anyone here. Like, Frank DeLuca's my man, and like he literally said that last week, and I was like, yeah, man, you got to block everything out. Because if you let this, then you'll have the yips. You don't want that. So.
How do you do that? How do you block it all out?
I don't know. Just focus. I look where I'm going, and nothing else matters.
Beautiful. How does it feel to be given the opportunity and then to come through for your team with such a dominant performance?
It feels great, man. It's wonderful. Like I said, I know I can do it. It's just a matter of doing it. And tonight I felt like I did it. So we got the win, sweep. It's beautiful. It is beautiful.
Congratulations on such a fantastic first start, and I think we might be seeing a lot more of you.
I hope so, bro.
Going into the future. That was the Penguins. You guys shot your season average coming in to that match.
Can I say it's because of you? Because you're honest. You're honest, but at the same time, it's like, hey, we got to step our game up. And I'm like, hey, do we have people on our team that can shoot? So here we go. We got to start shooting, dude.
Well, thank you for pulling through.
Yeah.
I'm sure your teammates appreciate it very much. Coming into that match, your team's shooting 48%, and in that match, you shot 6 for 9 with a couple of great sticks. That's one thing the stats don't show is the sticks, giving your team multiple points, chances at multiple points. 73% shooting that match for the Park Ridge Penguins.
Awesome.
A beautiful team performance. Congratulations, Mickey.
Thank you, brother.
I think you've earned yourself a couple of Miller High Lifes down at J&M Tap on North Levitt Street. We'll see you there shortly. Shout out everybody at the bar. And, yeah, congratulations, Mickey. Enjoy it.
Thank you, brother.
Coming up on Saturday, match number 2 of the week is going to be a rematch of 2 powerhouse North Division teams. First place versus second place, the Highwood Stallions versus the Elmwood Park Eagles. 2 of the strongest teams in the league facing off against each other again. Their first match went to 3 games, and the Stallions were able to pull that one out. So far, that is the difference in their division. This could very well be a match, essentially a quarterfinal playoff match. Whoever wins this match on Saturday could very well find themselves with one of the top 2 seeds overall going into playoffs. Of course, it's possible that both teams could be the top 2 seeds going into playoffs, but the Park Ridge Penguins, the Fulton Market Butchers, the Beverly Jacks, the Bucktown Billy Goats. Who am I forgetting?
Did you say the Penguins? Oh, I'm muted.
I said the Penguins. This is the problem with the other 4 teams. That was 4, wasn't it? It's hard to count to 4 sometimes.
I think you said all 6.
The other 4 teams are going to have something to say about that. And also, Saturday, we've got the Beverly Jacks versus the Fulton Market Butchers. 2 teams looking to claim sole possession of first place in the South Division. With that match sweep loss, the Bucktown Billy Goats will remain, while they'll fall to, well, actually no, they won't fall to 3rd because they have 1 match win under their belt, which was over the Fulton Market Butchers. The Butchers will stay in 3rd, but with 1 game win, they can vault in front of the Bucktown Billy Goats in the standings. The Billy Goats got a lot of work to do. They know it. There'll be a lot of team conversations. That's one thing that the Billy Goats are very good at, is communicating with each other. Absolutely. Those are your Saturday matchups in the Chicago Bocce League. That'll be live starting at 10:30 a.m. Central right here on the Bocce Broadcast Network. And then following Saturday's matches, we will have the Ponte Landolfo High Stakes Doubles Tournament from Waterbury, Connecticut. Live Saturday afternoon and evening on the BBN, and Sunday all day we'll crown another champion in Connecticut. And then on Monday, it's back, Jesse. The Ohio Bocce League Season 2 opening day, live Monday at 6/5 Central, 5 Central, 6 Eastern, right here on the Bocce Broadcast Network. We're going to have 3 days a week, live bocce, live semi-pro bocce, coming to you on the Bocce Broadcast Network. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I mean, what do we got to do? Hit the like button for us. Share this with everybody. We appreciate everybody so much for helping us get to this point. Sharing the broadcast, liking, subscribing, commenting in the chat, always supporting. It's thanks to you, the viewers, the community, the supporters, that we're able to put on these broadcasts and that we're able to organize the sport in such a wonderful form with these products that we have here with both leagues. That'll be live every Monday, starting this Monday, from Lorenzino's Bocce Club in Youngstown, Ohio.
It's exciting.
It is very exciting. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to our hosts here at the Chicago Bocce Club. Thank you so much to this beautiful audience. This room is packed.
Absolutely. For a Thursday, it's feeling pretty good.
It's something else. Thank you to our executive producer, John Drawn. Thank you to our officials on the court, our stats keepers, from everybody here at the Chicago Bocce Club in Westtown, Chicago. I'm Mike Sheldon. Jesse Morris. This has been a production of the Bocce Broadcast Network. We'll see you on Saturday. But first, we'll see you at J&M Tap. Until Saturday, or J&M, depending on where you're located, you take it easy.
Jimmy, he has been playing so